Happy Monday, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your Talking Live forecast update. Hope you guys had a great weekend out there. We're still very much on the steamy hot side, that's for sure. That'll be continuing to stick around. But we are going to be watching a few things. The rain chances coming up. We also got something down in the tropics to talk about as well. So let's go ahead and get into this update, shall we? As we're looking at abundant sunshine for Chattanooga and all across East Tennessee, North Georgia here for your Monday and Tuesday. Really kind of a carbon copy forecast. It's going to be hot and steamy out there, and definitely a good day to go to the lake and cool off a little bit as best you can, but definitely going to be a bit on the hot and humid side, to say the least. Now, as we look at our current watches and warnings, we are seeing some heat advisories here across portions of Georgia, the Florida Panhandle, back over to Louisiana. Not technically across East Tennessee and North Georgia, but it's going to be plenty hot, folks. It does feel like temperatures will be getting close to the century mark, which is getting close to, obviously, the heat advisory criteria. It's close enough, so just be careful out there in the heat. Here's our tropical disturbance down here. It's off the Florida coast. It's going to track across Florida and into the northern Gulf. This is about a 30% chance for development here over the next 7 days, 10% over the next couple of days. But we got to watch this closely. If it becomes Dexter, I think it'll be a weak system and then eventually work into the south. And whenever this moisture goes, could obviously impact our weather. So we got to watch this closely to make sure it doesn't enhance our rain threats here. So we got a few days to watch to see how this system here develops. All right, now currently across the radar, it's going to be pretty isolated today. For Monday and Tuesday, both very isolated. We're talking about a 20-30% chance of rain. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid. You can never rule out a thunderstorm completely this time of year, obviously, but looking pretty quiet out there. We do have weak high pressure across the southeast here across northern Alabama. That'll continue to kind of influence our weather and keep the rain chances down just a little bit here. As we look at our regional satellite, again, not looking too bad across Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia. There's our area of disturbed weather off the east coast here. This is going to continue to move out into the Gulf of Mexico, where we could see some potential development there as we go into the next few days. Let's go ahead and take a look at our regional model here again. We're not going to see a whole lot of activity out there. Again, everything that's going to be popping up there is going to be pretty much, hit and miss. It's just going to be pretty much just kind of hit and run here across the area. So not going to see a whole lot of activity here. Most of us going to stay very much on the dry side here as we go for the next couple of days. Now, I do anticipate the rain chances to come up going into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, especially as we go to the week. And we're talking, kind of in that 50-60% chance rain. Not an all-day washout event, but I think we see a little more coverage area as we go later into the week. So let's go ahead and look at your forecast map here for tomorrow. Let's go take a look at that first. Got a little ahead of myself there. Sorry about that. As we go ahead and track you through here again, we're going to be seeing pretty much just a stagnant pattern. We're not going to see a whole lot there. What we got to really be watching is what happens with this moisture down here. This is that low that tracks into the Gulf, So, if this thing gets pushed up into the south eventually, that could definitely enhance the rain threat. So if we get an actual tropical system, remains to be seen there. As you look toward Wednesday morning here, you notice the low being reflected out here in the Gulf right there. So we'll have to watch that closely for this upcoming week. And again, look, just the scattered rain threat there. Highest rain chances there, obviously, along the Gulf Coast right now, showing it going into Louisiana by Friday. And then where does the moisture go after that? And we'll have to watch it closely, see what happens after that. But definitely seeing just pretty much air mass thunderstorms just about every day. We're in that time of year where we just don't get the cold fronts or anything like that really come down to south and do anything. They're pretty rare when they do, and just air mass thunderstorms daily. And of course, those, as I've always been telling you guys, summertime weather, it changes daily depending on weaknesses and where leftover boundaries are from previous day thunderstorms. So just anticipate that. All right, so here we go. Monday and Tuesday's forecast. So pretty much carbon copies here, folks. So Monday's highs in the mid-90s. Tuesday's highs will be the mid-90s. Again, scattered storms there. Looking at morning lows around 73. Regionally looking like this. Upper 60s in the mountains. Everybody else generally in the low 70s. Again, looking at mostly clear skies when you start your day. Afternoon highs for your Tuesday, very much similar to what we saw on Monday, with temperatures here generally into the mid-90s. Only an isolated threat of a shower or thunderstorm. Maybe slightly higher chances back down toward North Georgia, but very isolated here across East Tennessee. All right, regionally looking like this, looking at a bunch of 90s out there. Columbus, the hot spot at 98 degrees there, 96 in Atlanta, 95 in Nashville, 96 in Jackson. Destin checking in at 95 degrees. How about the next 7 days? Here we go. Notice the rain chances start to come up and the temperatures go down in response to that. So we stay in the 70s. Rain chances come up to that 50-60% level. And we kind of hold everybody kind of generally in the lower mid-90s range here for the entire week. So we'll pull back the temperatures off just a little bit. as that rain chances come up. But again, I would say the fly in the ointment potential as far as the long range is, do we get a tropical depression? Do we get Dexter? And if it moves into Louisiana, say going into Friday, where does that moisture go? Does it stay to the west? Does it track into the southeast? That's what we got to watch closely to see. You never can tell. We'll have to watch it very closely. See where that moisture ends up going, because that, of course, can enhance rain threat and rain chances across a specific area. And hopefully we don't get in a situation where we get something to get stalls and cause serious flooding like we saw back in Texas here this upcoming week. Anyway, I appreciate you guys checking us out here on the Talking Live broadcast channel. And again, if you ever have a weather-related question, you can always find me over on the North Georgia Majestic Weather Facebook page, and you can always give me a message. And if you got something going on or you're going somewhere, just drop me a line. And I do appreciate you guys supporting us, as well as the folks here at Talking Live. All right, that's y'all's update for now. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.